It's ready to do some. Oh, got stuck on 56. What the fuck? What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with 420 Gamer TV, bringing you guys another funny customer service story. And this one's titled Just Straight Nasty. And for good reason. Now, before I get into the story, if you're squeamish, don't watch it. Don't listen, don't watch. And honestly, it's not that bad. At least not to my opinion, but it's just funny and gross because of the location and yeah. But anyways, okay, the first one I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you two of them. And honestly, this has happened more than twice in this store. But anyways, okay, me and our ODS, which is, and they don't actually work for the store, they're kind of outsourced by the store, such as, you know, the store pays their company to have their guys come in and, you know, make sure that staff and whatnot are, you know, safe, and they help my people, like me and my guys, with like arrests and stopping certain people. But well, me and him, we're just standing at the door, we're just kind of like talking, trying to just passing the time. And all of a sudden, like, we kind of just like look over to this, you know, old lady. Now, before you sit there and go, don't you dare, you know, make fun of a little old lady for, you know, having an accident, let me finish. Okay? Because that's what pretty much happened. This lady, we're looking over, because we look over at her for one reason and one reason only. Okay? We hear something trickling onto the floor. And we're like, we look over and we don't see, like, we're looking at the ground, and we look over and we see the old lady standing pretty much about 3 feet away from us, and something trickling out of her pants. Now, because of who she was, it could have been one to two things. One, it's an alcohol bottle that she stuffed down her pants and didn't realize that she might not have put the whole entire lid on, and it was leaking out the bottom, and it didn't smell like alcohol. And no, I didn't smell it, not like up close, but the fact of the matter is, when, you know, alcohol gets spilled, you can smell it. No, this was something else. Now, this gets better, okay? So, she is obviously smashed. She is drunk off her ass. I mean, she is shit-faced. This lady can't hardly walk. Despite her age, she can hardly fucking walk. And I mean in a straight line. Okay? And as she is walking, she is still pissing. She is legit going from our main door, walked in between customers, all while still peeing, walked all the way into the corner of our daily sitting area.
Let's talk.
And proceeds to sit down. From where she started to where she stopped, that was a good 30 yards. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it was 30 yards worth of piss.
Hey.
Me and our ODS are looking at each other like, is she really doing what she's doing? Now, of course, we have a few other associates come over and kind of like help get her up and get her out, because she was an actual person who wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, meaning she was trespassed. She wasn't allowed to be in the store or on the property. So we escorted her out. The ODS grabs the chair that she was sitting in and like takes that outside, out, and has one of the managers because they're the only ones who were hazmat trained to clean it. And let's just say it was a very interesting time. It was really gross and just like a what the fuck moment. It literally got you going like, really now? Like, what? Now, okay, and this is a little old lady who's drunk off her ass, and I mean like super drunk, not a little drunk. That one. She gone and left, and yeah, that was done and over with, but it was gross. Now, story 2, which is just as interesting, except I would say a hell of a lot more interesting. Just because of the fact that the distance is a lot more impressive and the content was a lot worse.
They rebuilt the speaker's private quarters even after the reconstruction.
I swear I thought I
can't
listened to
believe
this
that
one.
he's gone. He wasn't
But-
the first speaker. And
Well,
he can't be the last, right?
We got a
still
radio
need
call
speaker, don't we?
about a possibly intoxicated gentleman, an older gentleman, who's in the store. He was in apparel. He went from apparel to home, and then pretty much that's where we contacted him. But for the reason why we contacted him, well, a customer told an associate, the associate told us, this dude was trailing shit. He was trailing shit from our apparel section to our home section to furniture, and then until we found him all the way out to the door. And he was extremely pissed because he was unable to buy some pants. It's like you were in clothing in the first place. You could have bought some pants, especially before any other associate actually discovered that what happened. And well, he was extremely pissed off, not only because he wasn't able to buy pants, but because the bus was not going to let him on with, his shit pants. And we're like, yeah, and we can't let you in with your shit pants. Now, we didn't say shit pants, but we all were thinking of it. And we're like, sir, we can't let you come in the store like that. That's a hazmat and health issue. You have fecal matter everywhere. That is very bad. Like, we have people right now immediately cleaning up what just happened. Like, we have to kindly ask you to leave. And he was cussing up a storm, calling us racist, even though he was white, calling a whole bunch of white people racist. Fucking hilarious. But he was extremely drunk. Not just he wasn't able to walk in a straight line, and not just because of the fact that he had shit pants, and I'm pretty sure they were sticking to his cheeks. But yeah, that was just gross. But literally, our store's pretty big. I work in a Kroger style store, so I mean, yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad. And I was massively like, we're like, whoa. Now after that, he left. It wasn't bad after that, but it was like, what the fuck? It's like, really? Now, that's happened. Things like this has happened more than once. We've had plenty of like random people. Like we had a lady who was a tweaker lady who constantly tried to steal from us. Tried to shit in our parking lot. Like legit pop a squat in the middle of the parking lot where the cars are actually going through. And well, she was definitely unsuccessful, and just she's successful in one thing. Like, well, okay, two things. She was able to shit. She did that, but she didn't shit where she wanted and how she wanted. She was in mid shit, and pretty much had to start running because our ODS and our other security dudes were like, yeah, hell no. So she pretty much like pulled up her pants and started running, but she still ended up shitting, and we know because like it was like on the sidewalk of the bus stop where she ran to. So we're like, yeah, not our problem, we're good. But things like that have happened at that store and at plenty of other stores, just because, hey, people are gross sometimes, especially like just nasty people. They'll do straight nasty things. And I know because I used to be a parcel. I used to have to be one of the dudes who actually had to go in and clean the restrooms. And let's just say bad. It's just bad. I mean, there's one incident in the men's restroom that can definitely take the cake. I mean, it wasn't like shit all over a seat or on the floor or on the like bowl, which I have come across, which is like, what the hell did you eat? Like, it literally, I was cleaning a women's restroom at one point in time, and this lady shit literally all over the toilet, and either they must have flushed or they managed to miss the inside of the toilet, because they got the top of the bowl, they got the freaking bottom, they got that front end part, and they got the floor. It was a what the fuck moment. We were like, why? Just how? So we had to spend a good 30 minutes cleaning that restroom. Just that particular thing, because that was gross as fuck. We literally had to pull the hose out that we have inside the restrooms because it gets nasty. We literally had to pull that out to make sure that we sprayed everything down afterwards, because that was just nasty. But in the men's restroom, one of the nastiest things that's ever happened was someone ended up clogging the handicap stall's toilet. And obviously it was probably on purpose, because they stuffed the ass load of fucking toilet paper in there. But pretty much the bathroom started flooding because like the toilet flushed and it kept going. It literally just kept going. So there was legit water all over the place. It went on for a good 20 minutes. So me and one of my other parcels that I was parceling with, we kind of had to spend a good hour like getting all the water out, because that one little drain just was not cutting it on getting all that water out and drying the floor, because we had to legit dry the floor too. So we had to go grab several mops, and I mean just straight mops and buckets, like no water, nothing. These were just straight up to get water up. So we did that. That took about a good 30 minutes. And then pretty much we spent the rest of the time drying the floor. And I mean like legit getting the excess water and just drying the floor, doing that with paper towels. And then after that, we mopped the floor with clean mops and clean water and disinfectant and all that, because that was just gross. I mean, it wasn't nowhere near as like blood, shit, and all that other kind of stuff that I've come across in bathrooms, men and women's. Just for some odd reason, it was more in the women's restroom. To this day, I don't understand why. But yeah. So make sure that you thank the people who actually clean the restrooms that you use at a grocery store, because the horror stories that they have, the things that they have walked in on, you're like, just no. But yeah, I would say, just no. It was so gross. And it makes me so happy that I don't do that job no more. Because I've worked several different positions at that store where I work, and I definitely like the one I do now more than the other two that I did. A lot more. But that's it for this video. I got several more of some funny incidences, and I had a Karen incident earlier tonight that I think I'll probably end up telling tomorrow, because it was fucking hilarious. Fuck it, I'll tell it now. It was just funny. It was funny. This lady, because right now, obviously everyone knows, we're in a pandemic, so there's certain things that you just can't do no more. Like, one thing is, you can't go to a furniture store, I'm pretty sure, because at least the furniture we sell in our store, you can't sit on. At all. Like, matter of fact, all you basically can do is put your hand on it, push down, see how soft or firm it is. That's basically it. Well, this lady got all pissed off because one of the self-checkout people would not open up because she wanted to purchase a pillow and feel how soft the pillow was, but before she bought it, she wanted to make sure on how soft it was. And it was one of those Sealy Serta, like, foam smart pillows or whatever. Like, the really expensive pillows, because we had to put security tags on it. So, you know they're good ones. And, well, she wanted her to open up the box, take it out, and take it out of the plastic packaging so that this lady could feel it. Now, she's sitting there telling me this story, and I'm sitting there going, like, okay, is she really this stupid? Because I'm going, And as soon as she was done, I was like, well, ma'am, we cannot open the product, for one, before it's bought. That's one thing, unless you already plan on buying it. Because the thing is, ma'am, like you said, you want to take it out of the box and take it out of the packaging so that you could feel how soft it is. Well, you can't do that, because what if it's not soft enough or too soft and you now don't want to purchase it? Well, now what we, the store people, have to do is we now have to take that product and, one, set it aside for a quarantine period. And during that quarantine period, we also have to mark it down as a loss. Because more than likely, we're not going to be able to sell that product, because we're now definitely more than likely going to have to throw it away. Because we just can't sell things to people that's already been touched, eaten, drank, and or worn by someone without actually a proper amount of time. And the time is 2 weeks. Everyone knows this. But some people obviously don't. But she was on the store. I saw her phone. She was like right here. She's like, I'm calling your manager. It's like, okay. I mean, the associate was doing her job. I don't see why you're so pissed off about a pillow, but hey, whatever. And she, as walking out, she's just like, I'm just gonna go somewhere else. I'm never gonna shop here again. It's like, I'm like, okay. Because, I mean, what are we going to do? And guarantee she will come back, because most people who say they're not going to shop at a grocery store again do come back. Some, and these ones are generally actually legitimately, like, you know, pissed off because they probably had a massive mistake happen, such as, like, maybe too much money was taken off a credit card, or maybe, like, you know, certain, because one mistake that happened over at a customer service desk was pretty bad, to the point to where, like, an associate accidentally, lost someone's money, which was bad. And it was through a Western Union, so it kind of wasn't lost, but it was bad. Like, they got everything back, but the associate still lost their job, which, I mean, is understandable, because it was a lot of money. But yeah, the shit that people deal with at a grocery store. So, if certain people seem to be, like, not smiling too big or too chipper or whatever else, let's just say maybe they came into a specific incident or person to just have, like, pushed that button towards, like, oh, it's gonna be like today. But that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. And always be wary when you go into a public restroom in a grocery store. No matter the store. I'm not even kidding. No matter the store. Be wary. And don't touch anything. Hope everyone has a great day. great night, great evening, all that great shit. Catch me for the next one. Later.